Hey, cycle fans. We've finally reached fall here in Minnesota. That means lots of brightly colored trees, cooler temps, and some really nice cycling weather. I'd like to say fall is my favorite season, but I'd be lying because you see, right after fall comes winter. For those of us that really love cycling, winter can be a real drag. It's cold, snowy, icy, windy. Meh. The really dedicated cyclists own lots of warm clothes and goggles and bundle up to head out on their fat tire bikes or their beater commuter with studded tires. And I've tried that, but I never found a solution to keep my hands and feet from freezing. That meant if I wanted to stay in cycling shape through the winter, I'd have to ride indoors. Now, I know some people find ways to enjoy riding indoors using cycling apps like Zwift, doing training plans, that kind of thing. But after around an hour, I'm bored to tears. I knew if I was going to stay in shape and flourish in the cold winter months in Minnesota, that I was going to need a different option. So there's this thing called a velomobile. Now, I've known about these for a while after running across them in online cycling forums. Outside of my budget-friendly cheap guy price point, kind of niche, riders seem to be obsessed solely with speed. I'm a leisure and touring cyclist. I don't really care that I'm the fastest rider, right? I just couldn't see myself justifying the investment in a velomobile. And surely they're not suitable for winter riding. But they did look cool. I started doing some YouTube browsing about velomobiles and ran across a channel from a Finnish guy named Sauki, who owned a Quest velomobile. Now, Finland is cold. Real cold. A lot like Minnesota. This guy was using his velomobile to commute to work most of the year, even in the dark and the snow. You see, the interior of a velomobile is fully enclosed, so there's no wind, no drivetrain exposure to the salt and the snow and the muck on the road, and it retains your body heat so that as you exercise, you actually act as your own heater. Plus, it had enough space in the wheel wells to mount treaded tires for better grip in the snow. That got my attention. My first velomobile was a Quest XS. I was the third owner and it had lived quite a life already. But with some minor maintenance, I was able to get it up and running. I purchased it as a Christmas gift for myself just in time for a real cold winter. I finally could go out for a cycle for a couple hours to stay in shape on those cold, snowy winter days without looking like an Eskimo on a North Pole expedition. I spent 2 winters riding the Quest before upgrading to a Buick MK1. While the Quest was great, the MK1 was an entirely different level of efficiency and fun. So much so that since getting it, I've gone largely car-free. Instead of just riding once or twice on weekends for exercise, I now commute with it, run errands with it in addition to my weekend rides. A bike that I purchased solely for pleasure to ride in the cold has ended up being a life-changing investment in my health and well-being. I'm cycling far more, at higher intensities, and doing long rides I never would have even considered with a traditional bike or recumbent. Most of us don't enter the winter with thoughts of buying a new bike like I did, but if you love cycling outdoors and want to do it in greater comfort, now might actually be the perfect time to get a velomobile. In addition to becoming an advocate for velomobiles, I've also now become the largest U.S. dealer, something I never anticipated when I started riding. A few times a year, I import a container of velomobiles. Shipping's less expensive this way, and clients have the chance to come here to my shop in Minneapolis for help setting up their new bike, or I just ground ship it to their home. Shipping to Minneapolis in this next shipment is only 650 euros, and in addition, right now the standard metallic paint colors are even free of charge. In addition to that, prices in the US are going to be going up in 2025, so this might be your last chance to buy at the current prices. If you'd like to get in on this offer, you can set up a free consult with me through my website at www.northlandvelo.com. I'd be happy to help you find the right model for you, and even set up a test ride here at my shop. If you don't want to wait until February or so for a custom config to arrive in the container, I even have several models in stock ready for immediate delivery before the worst of winter hits. You can suffer boldly on the trainer or bundled up on your bike, and you'll definitely get a lot of respect from me for it. Or you can come to the dark side and join those of us cycling in ultimate comfort in our velomobiles. Oh, and we have mini wiper blades and room for a snack bar right next to your very ergonomically shaped, super comfy reclined seat. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe because YouTube Analytics likes that stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!